I gotta make 50 videos in 50 days. I don't know how am I gonna do this. It's all totally stressful. Oh, I can't do it. Relax, relax. If you're ever in a stressful situation, I think I have the perfect solution for you. Here are 6 tips in order to be stress-free. And I'll show you why this all works. I have results according to a quiz I took, why it shows that I'm not that stressful of a person. So here we go. The first thing that I would say for you to do is to meditate. Meditation is so key. It helps you clear your mind. It really brings down the negative emotions and it gets you back down to earth. This is one of the biggest, most key things I do every single day. I meditate after I take my protein bar and before I do the next thing, which is number 2, which is to exercise. Now, exercise is so key. Endorphins, it releases endorphins after you go through the stress of lifting weights or doing heavy exercises and all that. It brings up your serotonin levels, which is your stress levels, but then afterwards it releases endorphins and it makes you feel so happy. It makes you feel so great that things don't bother you as much. Now the next thing I do is after I've exercised is to take omega-3. And omega-3s, again, it's almost like meditation on steroids. Essentially what it does is it also helps you clear your mind and helps with your neurological functions in your brain so that you don't have as much gray space in your head, and it helps you just clear up and focus. Again, bringing you down to earth. It's like this combo of meditation, exercise, and omega-3s makes you like so level. It's great. It's fantastic. Number 4 is cold showers. Cold showers are so key. Again, it's almost like exercise where it brings your serotonin levels up because your anticipatory anxiety just goes through the roof because you're like, oh my god, I'm about to go through a cold shower. It's gonna feel like awful. It's gonna be just the worst thing possible. But what ends up happening is that after you go through the cold shower, and I recommend breathing through that, just deep breaths every single time, you're gonna just feel this bliss. It's gonna be like, oh my god, you get this like jump in your game every single time you go through it. It's been shown to also reduce your stress levels, and I'm telling you, man, like I've been doing this for over probably 4 years now. Yeah, it's 2018, so it's over 4 years of doing this, and man, there's so many other benefits to it, like, you know, your skin is so smooth and all, but that's besides the point. It totally reduces your stress levels, and for anybody that wants to look it up, there's a bunch of studies online for it for you to check out. Okay, so the number 5 thing I would say is get enough sleep. I have seen devastation in people. People are not the same if they don't get the proper amount of sleep. Every single day that you don't get your proper amount of sleep, you just like, it is an exponential decay, man. It is just on your psyche, on your stress levels. You just don't act the same. Everything aggravates you. Everything just destroys your positive emotions during the day. Yeah, you can compensate with caffeine, but then the next day you don't get enough sleep. It just accumulates and you're just not the same person. So if you're not getting enough sleep, I would recommend actually downloading an app I use on my phone on Android called Sleep as Android, and what it does, it helps you track your sleep and also wake you up during lighter periods of sleep. This is so critical, especially in the case that like you don't want to be waking up at times where it's really, you know, you're in really deep sleep. That will make you groggy for the rest of the day and will totally kill your stress levels. So something like Sleep as Android, so critical, so key. I recommend it to everybody essentially. The number 6 thing, challenge yourself. Put yourself in situations where you feel uncomfortable. Do something that scares you every single day. For me, one of the things that really helped me overcome my social anxiety was to finally approach the cute girl at my campus and that I was crushing on. And yeah, I was rejected, but the euphoria that you get, this amazing euphoria, it was bliss, man. It was one of the happiest moments of my life, and it's changed me because I'm not as much of a stressful person as I used to be. I was so concerned about what people thought of me, that it would cripple me and I would just not be as social of a person as I am today, and I would worry about what would happen in my life if I did this or did that and what people would think of me. Doing something that scares you every single day helps you overcome huge amounts of stress later on in life. You add all these 6 things and I'm telling you, man, you are going to be blessed. You're going to feel amazing. It's going to change you as a person. Other things I recommend is to read books like How to Stop Worrying and Start Living. If you're religious, you pray. Praying is so key. It is like, if there's some things you just can't handle, you just say, look, God, you handle this. It's out of my hands. I can't do this. I'm going to let you handle it. When you realize that there's certain things that you just simply can't handle, and you're just going to let him take care of it, him, capital H, it's going to make things so a lot easier in your life. Another thing is to also go through failure. Failure is one of the best lessons anybody can possibly learn. Once you fail, you know where it ends. You know how it feels like. Accept failure. Once you accept failure, it's like, okay, you failed. You move on. The ability to move on in life is so key, and I think it totally just makes you into a better person. When you think that you are this Mr. Perfect, Mr. like with this huge great ego, and you don't know how to fail, man, it's like you're stressed out the entire time because you want to keep that streak going. But when you go through, failure or embarrassment or anything like that, that just clears you, it levels you, and it just makes you into a less stressful person. So now I'm going to show you the results of all of this. What happened to me? Now I can't show you the before part because I don't really have the statistics on it, but what I can show you is the results from a test I took called the Understand Myself test. And what it is a test by Jordan B. Peterson to test you on 5 personality traits. And one of them is neuroticism, which is the trait for negative emotion. So here, give me 1 second. Okay, so this is the Understand Myself quiz or test that I took by Jordan B. Peterson. And what it shows is that I am in the 22nd percentile for neuroticism, which means I am lower neuroticism than 77 out of 100 people. And this is pretty great. This is pretty awesome. I would say that beforehand, around like when I was 18 or just about to leave university, I was in my first year, that is, I was pretty high in neuroticism. Like, I was just stressed out like crazy. I would always worry about what people thought of me. But taking these 6 actions that I said, and I've been taking them consistently, I would say, man, like, this has really lowered my neuroticism. I don't think I am that low in neuroticism where I am arrogant in my own abilities, but I feel like I'm just at that right spot. That 22nd percentile is just fine by me. In fact, I would say I've even grown to be even lower in neuroticism recently, and I've been taking more risks in my life. So this is what you get when you lower your neuroticism, by going through the 6 steps that I recommend you guys to take. Alright guys, so I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out.